In this video, we're going to look at Georgia's offense versus TCU in the national championship game. A lot of really good things, dominated them physically, moved the ball up and down the field. Obviously, if you score 65 points, it did some things right. And we'll take a look at a few things that schematically I think were pretty good, and some different ways they were able to exploit TCU's defense. Right here on the first play, they're an empty, and it's obviously early in the game, so it must have been something that they saw on film. No score yet. And as you see here, they're in their 3-3. They have a 3 safety look right here. These guys are playing way off, trying to keep from giving up those big plays. And right here, what they end up doing is they end up running a hitch, slot fade, hitch, kind of an option right here. And the quarterback's eyes, they start this direction. Want to be able to try to throw one of these underneath. If they're covered up, that means that these guys are probably pushing that direction. And over on the backside, they have a square in, and they have a dig underneath this deep safety. So right here, as you watch it played, you see Stetson Bennett's eyes. Once he catches it, they go that direction. He drops underneath. This mic opens up that direction, starts pushing to this hitch. Could possibly throw it, especially with the 6'7" guy. Could put it on his body. Right there, he's moving that direction, so that is opening up this alley right here. So if you're looking at it with this square in and this dig, if the safety's a non-factor, this linebacker right here is the guy that you're high-lowing on the backside if this window to the inside is open. And right here, obviously 57 doesn't look like the most athletic guy anybody's ever seen there in the secondary. So right there, there's the dig. Pretty deep. Still able to get it there in front of that safety, but there's that square in. This linebacker stayed a little bit low, so they threw that dig in there to Bowers. Really good throw and catch. This angle right here really shows what you want to see. There's the hitch, and you can see Bennett's eyes go there. He doesn't like it. His eyes are still on it right there. Gets off right at that point. He's seeing that this linebacker's walling. Does he like that square in? He comes off to that square in, so now he's starting to throw that dig. Safety's off, and right here, as you watch it being played, this safety's giving ground from the snap, and I want to get beat deep. Good ball right there on his body, able to protect himself. Pretty good drive there by the safety, but right there, Bowers, great job using his body to shield the defender, catch the ball. Huge play there early in the game. All right, here's a good scheme from Georgia. Reading these 4 eyes, which obviously these guys are trying to shut down that B gap, get that 3 safety, and they're trying to run that thing down in the alley if there's any kind of run. But right here, they're end up running zone to the right and reading that guy. So this tackle is going to arc out. He's going to go to this outside linebacker. Over here to the front side, you're going to have these two. For those two, center guard going to be the nose to the front side. The backside guard's hopefully going to get a piece right there on that nose as well, help that thing move, get up to that backside linebacker. He's going to be free. We're not going to be able to account for this safety right here, but hopefully he goes the wrong direction of wherever the ball is going. And right here, as you can see, it snapped. There's the arc. There's 35. Who's the read? Squeezing hard. Eyes on the running back. Pauses just enough and squeezes hard enough that Bennett's able to get that pull, get into that alley. And right here, if you're looking at the front side, there's the tight end just going to walk up because this guy's in a 4-eye. So really no reason to put too much of a hand on him. Right there, get the outside backer in case it is a hand. Now you got a chance there to get front side. Tackle's basically manned up right there, trying to get a hand on there with that guard. He works right up to that linebacker who's firing pretty quickly into the A-gap. Gets a shoulder on him right there for if it was a front side run. There's the double team up to the backside. Really good job hip to hip. Good job releasing there by the backside guard as well. Right there getting a pull. Good job here on this arc. Come to balance, try to kick that guy. Right there being extremely physical. Mauling that dude, getting him out of the way. No opportunity right there. Now Stetson Bennett's running like a squirrel. Whenever they're running, they're not real sure where they're going. That tail's flipping one direction, flips back the other. He's able to get to the end zone right there. Great blocking there on the edge to make sure that this thing finishes in the end zone. Really good call. Really good job seeing the leverage and being able to read that 4-eye to create an explosive play there for a touchdown early. So this is a really good scheme here, and Georgia ran a couple times in this game where they're faking counters. So right here that he's pulling, this fullback's actually pulling a little bit, and then he goes back to the flats. Down blocking right here with the point of the bunch, he blocks down. He's running some sort of an angle, some sort of an out to give an option. He's dragging across right there. Probably going to reverse out, fake the hand. Now we're rolling that direction, got that thing sealed, faking the counter. And right here, really watch these linebackers and how quickly they get down into the box with that puller and the fullback starting to pull. They're gone. These linebackers are gone. This outside linebacker is even stepping into the box, thinking it's counter. They read everything's telling them it's going that direction. And right there, you can see the fullback. He comes across, then he opens back up towards the quarterback, trying to get flat to out leverage him. And right here, you can see the release. He's coming in. He's going to some sort of an out. He's dragging across. And right there, there's the fake. All right, good job right there, getting his eyes around, being patient. And really accurate throw right here against pretty tight man-to-man. Good throw and catch right there. And there's 5 working across as well with an option. Right here, if you're looking at that fullback, as that he's going to the flats, he's out leveraged by this outside linebacker. So really no chance right there. Could dump down to him late, but great throwing catch, explosive play on tight coverage. This right here is the same play, same call that they ran for their first touchdown last week against Ohio State. And it's just a quick screen right here to the number 2 receiver. Guard pulls, everybody else is passing and then releasing. What's interesting about this is how number 3 receiver ends up taking most dangerous. So right here, as you're looking at it, this safety's way off. He's not very dangerous. There's no reason to run out here and try to take that. So right here, he slows down. He doesn't even look out here. He slows down. He knows I'm going to block this outside linebacker, try to pin him or take him wherever he wants to go. Right there, getting hands. He's trying to get over the top. So he just puts body on him and just runs him as far as he wants to go. And right here, as you're looking at the line, there's the pull. Everybody's kind of pass setting, blocking back. And right here, 59, this tackle. He pass sets, and now he's an absolute bullet flying out here, about to smoke whoever shows up. Right there, license to miss, which is what you tell him, hey man, you got a license to miss. He obviously jumps out of the way. He wants absolutely no part of it, which I don't know anybody in their right mind that would. A lot of force right here. Extremely athletic, big human being. He jumps out of the way. Now you got these bodies out in front, and McConkey finding a way, had an awesome game. Found a way to get up to the first down. Again, we'll roll just one more time so you can see the backside line. Really, nobody even really puts hands on anybody. Right there, he's getting cut up a little bit. He throws him by, and everybody releases, creating that wall, that tunnel that they're trying to get into, which good read right there. Able to outrun the guys trying to retrace, get a big play right there for Georgia. Here's a play later in this drive from Georgia, and they're faking that exact same screen. So there's the puller, there's the tackle releasing. He's acting like he's going there. He's stuttering. He's actually coming in here, and he's stuttering. He's running a bit of a bubble. So right there, boom, he pumps it to 84. These guys are trying to go vertical. You had a puller. You had the backside tight end release and all that stuff. They fired down right there, but then they kept getting depth. 59, he gets out here. Obviously, he can't go past the line of scrimmage. He's looking around. 84 is still a viable option right here. So he checks it down. Now it's like a screen. You got this tackle out in front. Everybody backed up, trying to play over the top of those big plays, trying to get over the top. So then they ended up checking it back down. But I thought that was interesting. They ran this screen, this drive, and then they ended up faking the screen. And you got the tackle getting out there and everything. Faked it, tried to look vertical. It's not there, so good patience. Just check that thing down. And again, you got your athlete out there with 59, and he's getting out in front. They're able to create a good play and get up there to the first down. Right here on this play, Georgia used a little bit of a quick huddle. Didn't snap it just extremely fast or anything, but they had a quick huddle. These guys had to line up a little bit quicker than they're used to. There's the fly, pulling a guard right there. He's coming down like he's getting the ball, a little half roll there. And what's happening is you're getting a post or a deep cross right there. If this safety would have ran down, you got out of the whole field, possibly throw him across. He's basically going vertical in open space. And there's the wheel there by the running back. So right here with this pull, if this backside linebacker's gone right there and this safety flows with it, there's nobody left. You got 3-on-2 with that look right there and that wheel. If this linebacker, even if he knew that this play was coming and had to run with 6, it'd be really tough for 57 to cover 6 right there. But right here with that puller, you can see he slides there. Now he's gone right there. That safety's going vertical right there. The only guy that can stop this wheel from the running back is possibly this corner. And right here, as you're looking at it, his eyes are in the backfield. There's 84 basically going vertical. There's the cross. Safety's open his hips. He's chasing. Half roll there by the quarterback. Looking 1, 2. And right there, you can see this corner starts to come off 84. Real easy read here by Bennett. Corner's 2-on-1. Take the shot over the top for a big play. If it would have been on 84, he would have thrown it to 6. Another big play. But right there, wide open touchdown. Now, championship game. Can't get any better than that. Just throwing and catching to a guy that has nobody around him within 20 yards. So really good design there. Getting those guys outnumbered with that formation, fly motion, that pull from the guard, showing a little bit of power, getting these linebackers out of position. Now you're 3-on-2 with those linebackers being aggressive that direction for an explosive play. Huge touchdown there for Georgia. Right here on a 3rd and 10, Georgia's an empty. And what ends up happening is TCU showing 0 blitz. You can see those guys, every guy's walk down in the gap. We got 5 to protect. They're going to bring 6. Especially with the way the secondary is lined up, playing off man. So right there, they're expecting to get to you before you can get that thing out and get a first down. So right here, it says Bennett obviously walks up, he checks protection, sends it that direction to the right. So they're going to take right there just like that on those straight blitzes. This is the guy that's unblocked. He's coming off the edge. So right here, as he's coming off the edge, he's going right at the quarterback. Looks like he's even going at that upfield shoulder. But right there, since Bennett reverses out, being the athlete that he is, now once he reverses out, he loses contain. These guys are running off because it's man-to-man. There is nobody left for the quarterback right there. So great awareness. Not sure if this was like a call, but right there, that's kind of interesting. If it was, if they knew that they're going cover zero, you can run these guys off, possibly run a drag or a mesh or something along those lines where everybody's running across. Boom, set it, and then reverse out, set it. And if you got a really athletic quarterback, reverse out, outrun the contain. Now there's literally nobody left because it's cover zero. And right there, they're able to take advantage of it on a 3rd and 10. National championship game, Stetson Bennett being the baller and kind of understanding the situation, understanding what's happening from the defense, takes advantage of it, gets first down there. Last week, Georgia ran this exact same concept against Ohio State. Gets man-to-man on the outside. And right here, they're just running a truck, so fullback's going to block down on the defensive end. And right here, this defense is all the way in a 3 technique, and he's getting scooped, and he's going to get pinned right there by Brock Bowers. So right there, 77 reaches him. Brock Bowers going to get a shoulder on him. And right there, 63, the center, he actually has the shade away. He just scoops that. Not worried about that nose, because that guard's going to get there. Everybody's zoning. He gets up on 57. So right here, if you just drew it up and said, hey, he's going to reach there, they're going to double there. So they're actually taking 2 for 1, which is not ideal. If he can get there and he can get to that mic, he cuts that guy off. He's going to come in here and block the guy over the top of 19. He's going to chase. Tackle pulls around for anybody showing up, whether it's this Mike getting over the top of that, which I would assume that center getting to that front side like 30 backer is probably going to be difficult, but right here it was not at all. But right there, I'd assume that tackle is probably working around for that guy that should be flowing to the top a little bit faster, and you've got a back out there leading. So right here, pretty easy call. Everybody's zoning, get a hat on a hat. There's the tackle pulling around, 19 and 77, basically double teaming that end. Receivers coming in, he's cracking. There's the guy that's manned up on him. He's chasing as well. He's a non-factor now. If you look at it, that corner is free. You got 59, one of the biggest, most athletic guys on the field. Physical back running out there to lead, and just an absolute walk-in for Georgia on that scheme. Just based off of alignment, you would have said there would have been a linebacker in probably that corner filling down, but right there, nobody around because they're just not able to read that and see what the keys would tell them to do. And right there, just walks into the corner of the end zone, about as easy as touchdown as I've seen in the national championship game. All right, here's that counter bootleg here again. So again, they're pulling that direction, but it's making it look like counter. But this time they're in the shotgun, so it's a little bit different. Comes across, he's able to out leverage them. Right here again, looking at these linebackers, how quickly they are to get downhill into that counter look. 19 comes across and he works back out. Obviously one of the most athletic dudes in the game. Outside linebacker this time gets a little bit more antsy than he had last time. They're actually in a 2-receiver set over here, so that might kind of be the difference. Going vertical, probably some sort of an out to give a second option on that flood. He's going to the flats, 28. He's a little bit heavy-footed, not able to quite get there. Just give it to your best player. See what happens. 28's not going to really get him on the ground. Now nobody's left, and he's rolling right there for an explosive play. So, again, an interesting way that you can get that counter boot in there, and right there, they're in the shotgun, 2 receivers over there to the boot side, and getting an easy completion there to one of your better players, making them tackle, and they're not able to, in open space, creating an explosive play for Georgia. Thought this was a really interesting look, and this is a touchdown here in the third quarter. Since Bennett's last one, you got a corner, you got a rub. He actually comes out, he tries to get a rub on that guy. He comes to slant, just basically right there off the bat. And right here, you're probably looking for some man beaters, possibly one if you really like it, but whatever reason he didn't like it, probably thought it was one-on-one. That corner really liked his matchup, throws it away. You got that entire field to throw it to with that corner low. Good throw and catch there from a couple guys that have probably been working that route for a long time. But right there, I thought it was a little bit interesting, kind of a change-up. You have the rub there underneath, and then there's the corner against the man-to-man if these guys are playing low. Right there, could have been an easy throw and catch there. Obviously, he's 3rd and 11, so right there he holds on to it, throws that corner into the open space. Great throw and catch away from the defender for a touchdown. And you can see in this game how Georgia was so obviously physically dominant, but right there they obviously had a lot of schematics where they were able to out-leverage TCU, and then obviously they had a lot of misdirection where they were able to create explosive plays. So great game plan there from Georgia. Stetson Bennett had one of the games of his life, an extremely dominant performance, and obviously the national championship game on a huge stage there for Georgia.